So obviously technical difficulties always happening. We're not professional streamers, guys. Cut us some slack.
Okay, we're live. So, Abbster won dice roll and chose first. No clue what's better in this matchup.
Honestly, I don't know what green yellow does. Like, I mean, I know what he does. He like bounces stuff and plays out 5 costs and like cheats out characters like that. But I have no idea what his win condition is in this matchup because I know that there is Lunas and the characters of green purple are just way better. I'm excited to see how green yellow has like any fighting chance in this.
I mean, he does have some tools like the Hody to go for lethal, play around the giants, and he has the kid as well. But we do see Railz does
Oh
have
yes.
the one gamma knife, so
Mm. Oh yeah.
starting off with a search and just taking his time to decide.
Yeah, so it's probably Kib and maybe the 7 cost Law too. Just a big body on board to get some pressure down. To
Potentially.
swing into Luffy.
A
Yeah.
9k is nice, but it will be in lunar range, which is a
It
shame.
will be you're right, yeah, definitely. That's a bit of a awkward spot to be in. So 8 cost Kid is great. And I don't know, just a bunch of swings, I suppose, and then bounce your characters when they're frozen. Well, right, we'll see. You see Pavoya also search a 4-cost Zoro. I think 6k swings really important in this matchup because the blocker Law is 6k, right? So he
Yep.
will get a free block on a 5k swing.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, green yellow Law is just doing what it does best: search a bunch, fill up that hand, and then start bouncing searches. Can't really see. Oh, is this?
This is just
This is
a 8 cost kid. Abbster doesn't
this
have
is an
OP1
8-cost
cards.
kid. Well, I got told we're not allowed to draw on paper, so I didn't play any proxies.
Look,
But okay,
okay,
good to know.
if people don't read the announcement channel, I can't do anything about that, you know. You can lead a
I
horse to
profile gamer
water,
got told.
but you can't make it drink.
Very good. I mean, happens fine. Do we take the second life instant or do we counter? No, we didn't take it, right?
Uh,
Oh no, wait, he swung once. Never
yeah, he
mind. I
swung once and he
apologize. He
took it.
swung at the beginning of the turn. The turn just took so long already. Okay, we see second searcher, so
Yeah, 3
like I said, just a
searches.
bunch of searches. Yeah,
I haven't played this deck a bunch, but 3 searches seems like a good start.
definitely does. And the Luffys, as well as the Bonnie, are great for bouncing back in your hand. Just because you get card advantage with it,
For sure.
and then you cheat out like 4 Don of worth of characters. So that's really nice.
And we didn't see a Nami on turn 1. We saw the search event instead, so no free
Yeah, you're right.
swings.
Oh yeah, the Bonnie. I heard a lot about this Bonnie. This Bonnie is apparently really key in the blue-purple matchup. That you just freeze the Don, so they can't go to they're basically that 10 Don turn where they play out a 9 cost and then and then start like doing shenanigans. You play this Bonnie twice if possible, so they can't do anything
Yep.
basically the turn
No
after. And
Senji, no Big Mom.
I'm looking forward to seeing this 100%. But in this matchup, I don't know how effective Bonnie will be. We'll see. Develops his first body, just a Zoro on curve as usual. He went second, so he has the potential of double summoning basically every turn from now on. He plays 5-cost, 4-cost next turn.
Yeah, the 4/5/4 is so brutal. But I do
Yeah,
think Law is one of the few decks that can actually like keep up or even outpace it if he gets the right pieces early game.
makes sense. Makes sense, especially now with Cavendish on board. He plays with 2 more Don basically, so that is really good for him. And if he's able to freeze a Don here, he has the Bonnie in hand, right? So he might be able to freeze a Don here if he gets the Bonnie on top of his life, and then yeah, no, it's a Law.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay, so he might not go for it, but still, he bets 2 bodies on board that are really strong and can swing a bunch next turn. So yeah, that's good for him.
So I guess one Don to leader here. Do you swing? Do you swing first or do you effect first?
Good question. I think I would have swung in the beginning of the turn. Oh no, yeah, no, he's a 5k leader. So I think I would have swung 5 in the beginning of the turn, so that they can't hit us with any wicked Luna trigger or something, right? Like something random. Because if
Yeah,
this Cavendish gets rested here, I think our game is basically over.
true.
And we don't want that to happen. So we bounce back the searches. we play. Oh, it's lagging a little bit. Are they lagging or?
It's good on my end.
So maybe I'm lagging. Could be.
So he bounced the
Oh yeah, I'm
beige
back.
back to hand with leader effect, played out the law from the top of life, bounced the searcher, replayed the searcher, and picked up another beige. So we know he has two 2Ks in hand already.
Won that, and for second he got a bunch of cards in hand. That's also really nice, and took big and quote unquote big bodies on board. So like the medium sized bodies that are very potent in this deck.
So 6 Dawn for Rails. We'll see if he has the Senshi Pudding and the Zoro.
Just starts with a 6k swing, just instantly. Just the turn didn't even start. He rests it. And then yeah, we see the Senshi Pudding come down. Lead effect, get all the 4 dot back, and now we see, does he have another Zoro, or does he just want to do something else maybe? I don't know what else would be better than another Zoro, but
I
maybe
think
he
if he
just
has it, he
thinks
plays it, but
true. And if he doesn't have it, maybe he just does wants to swing like big time into the law, you know?
yeah, like
Okay,
a
no, he goes 6.
is that law or life? Do you think? I think it might be life.
I think it's live. I don't think you want to give him the card advantage by swinging 6 into 6. If you can swing 6 into live, because yeah, it's a 2k, right? Yeah, that's the Apu, right?
Yeah, that's the one cost
Um,
Tapu.
so if we go into law here, basically we just do what the law wants us to do, right? And if we swing live, law's main resource is its life, right? He needs to put stuff in life. He needs to take stuff from life. He's gonna go down to 0 real quick, by without 7 costs. And that can be pretty scary if he has to take early 6k swings, especially because of the 6 cost Luffy in the end, right? The double swings,
For
basically.
sure, yeah. But it seems like both players have had a decent start.
I think both players had the start they want to have, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and we have a law, right off the rip.
Okay, so we
It's really
heal
good.
1, go to 4.
Yeah, he puts a card from hand into life, right? So he
Yeah,
puts a 5 cost into life.
it's that Bonnie that we
Um,
saw
it's a
earlier.
Bonnie. He puts the Bonnie into life. Does he have to reveal it? I'm not sure. But he
Yes, he
puts the
does.
Don on leader. Okay. Then he swings, he gets the Don back, and then he can swing like 8 into Zoro. And play out the character he just put in life, basically, by bouncing one of his searchers. And therefore establish like a huge board this turn. And that is quite scary now.
For
So
sure.
yeah,
It might
he
not be
swings
8 as well. It could be like replay the searcher or something. Because he could just
yeah,
freeze
maybe.
this Zoro with the Bonnie that he put on live.
Oh, you're right. I wasn't thinking about that. You can also freeze a character. Now the question is only, do you want to play the searcher over the other searcher? Because you basically go -1 card, and I feel like
Well, no,
maybe we
he
don't
would
want to do
bounce the
that.
searcher to hand now to play out the Bonnie. And then, yeah, I think he would be okay playing over one of the searchers at this point.
Yeah. He
But
touches the Don
yeah, it looks like you're
and just
right. So
swings
he's
8
going
now.
8.
At life or at Zoro, I'm not sure. If
He's
he
got
goes Zoro and he leaves Zoro, right? Let's think about this. If he swings 8 at Zoro and he lets Zoro go, however he lets Zoro go, he can use Bonnie to freeze a Don next turn and maybe make him not not be able to play the 7 cost. Yeah, so he can't
true.
play the 7 cost if he freezes a Don, and if he doesn't let the Zoro go, he can freeze the Zoro if he needs to. So I feel like that's a really nice swing into the Zoro. Both are very valid targets, though. If he goes live, he can start pressuring live really hard next turn, especially if you play out the Bonnie here. Wait, this looks really good for green yellow right now,
Yeah, green
especially
yellow
because
can
all the
do
6Ks.
some crazy stuff really quickly. Okay, it is the Zoro.
So he lets the Zoro go, and he's definitely gonna play the Bonnie. Yeah, he bounces the Searcher, plays out the Bonnie, freezes the Donna, I suppose. I mean, obviously. And so no 7 cost next turn. That's gonna be. I mean, if we have the 5 cost, still good, but it's obviously not as good. And I think this 8k body to have with the 7 cost is really important to swing into these 6 cost bodies.
I think it's a 9k even.
The 7 cost Luffy?
Oh, the Luffy? Sorry, I was talking about the law. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Luffy,
no,
you're
no.
correct.
Yeah, you're right. The law is definitely 9k. Yeah, and that is also really annoying. It's like basically a free giant every time. he gets out of his hand. So did I count correct? Yeah, we had 6 Don. And 6 Don is a really awkward. Yeah, he just plays the Sanji Pudding manually, basically. Then does the whole effect. Resets 4 Don. He's just doing this so fast. He knows how to play this deck. It's a fresh breeze of it's a breeze of fresh air, you say, right?
Yep.
To just have someone play the deck really fast and not think too much because the lines are quite obvious in the beginning sometimes. I mean, what's the best play? Play the 5 cost, restand your Lon. It's just good. Why would you think about it much? But now we have to think what's our follow up, right? Do we play another 5 cost? No, don't open. Then we are a bit open for a lot of swings. We could also maybe play like a Zoro or swing a bit bigger to pressure the life of Law. What do you think?
I feel like we could see another Zoro search, but he's got a fat hand already, so
He does, yeah. Oh, he has like 10 cards. Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards was it? I think.
it looks
So 9
like
cards
it.
is a lot, yeah. And green yellow doesn't have that big of a hand anymore, I think. So it's also quite. It's like, but it's like 5 maybe. Looks like 5, 6 maybe. So it's not as big. And if we pressure life here a lot, okay, we see another Zoro. And so now's the question: do we swing with our board and make it vulnerable to get swung into, or do we just keep it standing?
I guess there is merit to just not swinging life here. If you've already got a big lead in resources, and if you know your opponent wants to play Captain Kid, just not giving him those cards to defend it could be quite nice.
Yeah, that's true. True. Yeah. If we don't have the gamma knife in hand, I don't know what did he search with the Zoro just now. Ah, the stage. Yeah. So if he doesn't have this gamma knife in hand, right, then this could be hard if you swing life.
Looks like he is keeping his board
Yeah.
active. I
I
like
I
it.
do like this play. Yeah, I do like it. It's very very nice. I think a lot of people would have just swung into life and then regret it because they can't clear the kid basically. Now it's much more awkward for and he knows he has the kid in hand too, right? Because he searched it earlier.
Yeah, I think we know he has he has a Luffy searcher in hand, a Kid in hand, and 2 beige 2Ks in hand.
So he does have a lot of resources already. Only question, it's probably not enough right now with the bot to keep the kid alive, but with like 2 less life and 2 more cards in hand, that would have been like, yeah, a decent chance for the kid to survive.
But with a
Okay.
board this big, I think you can just go 8 a bunch of times. And Abbster
I
doesn't
think,
have that
yeah,
many cards to defend the Kid.
that is true. That is true. On the contrary, you have to see, uh, yeah, no, you're right. I don't think. And all the resources he has in hand basically are cards he needs to like keep his hand healthy. You know, if he throws away 1k, but with a searcher, then he doesn't have that searcher to bounce back to his hand next turn.
Yeah.
So it's so it's kind of awkward to do that. Okay, but we start with like the small swings. We start poking a bit because of now we have a problem though, and the problem's name is Luna, right? Because if we swing our whole board, there's gonna come Luna down next turn.
Literally everything, yeah. Even your big 9k
Yeah,
body.
that's why Kitten is probably the best play still. Just play it and it's establish the big body, right?
Just tough. Because what if you
Very
don't play
steady.
Kid here and he just goes life?
Mhm.
That's a predicament as well, I think.
He has 5 swings at this point and maybe a 6 goes Luffy next turn. So yeah, 100%. It starts getting really awkward. Like it's getting like to this point of tension where everything can just fall apart basically. Like one swing, one wrong swing, one swing too early, one swing too late even, and you just lose the game. So both are very careful with what they do right now. No one wants to really take the first step of swinging life, but I mean, at some point you have to, right?
Yeah, it feels like this is a big turning point. 9k? I feel like he just takes this, yeah. There is the Kid.
Yes. It's just, and if we have the gamma knife now, it's much worse even, because it just goes down to 3, and then we can like clear the whole board, maybe even click it and then freeze the rest of the board. I don't know. It's not great. And even without Gamma Knife, we have like what, 4 cards in hand, 5 cards in hand?
I think it's only 4, and we know 3
Yeah,
of them.
it's not great. So it's just a bunch of 8Ks, and we lose a bunch of cards in hand. Or the kid, right? He overwrites his Luffy. Okay, that's fair, I suppose. He didn't put Don on his leader. He can't really put Don on his leader because he doesn't have Cavendish anymore. So he can't really bounce back his 1 cost either. Gain resources back in hand. And that's a bit awkward. So you have to ask Abbster next time to put his full arm into the picture. I want to see his tattoo. His lion tattoo.
I wonder,
Makes him look menacing. Yeah.
would it have been better to play the Searcher before the Kid effect? Because maybe you could find a blocker, like a Bonnie or something, and play that out off the Kid?
I'm pretty sure he played the Searcher with the kid, right?
Ah,
Because he
that
has
makes
only
sense.
9 Don, and he needs 1 on the kid, basically.
That would be
So he
why.
doesn't really have Don to spare. But yeah, obviously, if you have the Don left, I think you would have played it before. Because yeah, you're right. But also, couldn't you have taken your life, basically? No, I don't think that works, right? With law, you can't take your life
You
with a leader.
can't
Just take
take your
it.
life, no. You have
Okay.
to do the bounce and
See if it works and then play it out if it's possible.
yeah, you can choose whether or not to play it out. You can't add it to your hand or anything.
Okay, yeah. Because I was thinking if he had 1 more Don, he might want to like do this and then gamble on his life. But he doesn't have the Don, so.
So I think we're on 9 Don now, or is it
Mhm.
8? No, it's 9.
Yeah, it looks like 9. And what are we gonna do? We're just gonna attach like 4, 5, 6, 7. That's also, yeah, we get a bunch of Don back. Like we can swing 8, 8. That's 2. And then we get already 2 cards from Abbster's hand. And then if we need to play something, otherwise we can't really restand. So that's a bit annoying. Maybe just another Zoro Juro.
Yeah, or if he
That would
has
be
the
the
Luffy,
perfect card.
the secret Luffy, just slap
If
that
he
down.
has the Luffy, yeah, 100%. Or Luna, right? He could just play Luna.
True, that would be horrible.
So yeah, I think playing the Luna, swinging like 2 8s, putting the Don back basically from the characters, restanding the Luna Don is the play here, right? Then you can just swing what 8s or like even 10s with the Zoros. It's really awkward to defend that.
He's just gonna bleed his whole hand here, I think, with 8k swings.
Yeah, I mean just a bunch of 8Ks is probably enough to like
He
take all
gives
the
him a
cards.
2k.
Yeah, it's like I don't think it matters much. It's 2 cards in hand, 3 cards in hand. It's just whatever he has left, he tries to like throw away right now for the kid. So if he has Luna, I think we see it here. If he doesn't have Luna, he'll swing the 8s before. Maybe he just. Maybe. Oh wait, this is perfect actually. If he has Luna, it's perfect. Goes like another 8, and then he has the 3 left, and then he can restand 2, which makes him his leader swing another 8 basically. So it gets perfect.
There it is.
And then we have the Luna. We restand the Dawn probably. Yeah, but obviously. We got like all of Abbster's cards from his hand.
I mean, you can go 10, right? Or does he just go 8? Just goes 8. Interesting.
Yeah, just go 8. I mean, you're 1 life. And if the kid survives, if he blocks right, then. Wait, how did he. Wasn't there another character? I just. Oh no, it's under law. Okay, it's
Yeah, he
under
put
law.
the
Yeah,
frozen
yeah.
characters
No,
together.
it's he just put the character away. I was like, wait, what? But yeah, okay. And I think 8 is totally fair because what is able to swing is basically only the leader and the 8 cost kid. Yeah, boy was also a bit like, wait, what? Where's the other character I froze? It's under the character.
And the
Okay.
6 cost law, so we got 3 swings coming.
3 swings, but 2 don't open means like basically we
Yeah,
are
you're never killing
unkillable.
him.
Okay, we cycle 1. That's fair. We still have like what 10 cards in hand. It's still there's no way.
I'm sure he's done
That
the math. I'm sure he's, okay, if he has Hody, can
even
I live? Like,
yeah, even not knowing the map. Yeah, Hody, you're right. I always forget about Hody. Hody is probably the only card that's a bit annoying here for him.
But look how many cards he's got in hand. I'm sure he's got a bunch of 2Ks, and he
I
knows,
hope so. Yeah.
even if he has 2K, Hody, not 2K.
So Hody's the out. If he doesn't have Hody, what's the other play we could do here? Swing board maybe. Leader and Kid. But then there is enough counter in the opponent's hand. I don't think it matters much.
You're just so far behind in resources. You got one card to 8, 9.
Is there any other shenanigans we could do by playing like the top life?
I mean, we could heal. We could play the restand law and swing big. It's a tough spot for sure.
Yeah. I don't see a world where Abbster wins this, to be fair. It's a bit... looks very much over. I think yeah. If this would be like a top cut game where there's time pressure, I think Abbster would scoop here at this point, just to like
Give
be
himself
able
time.
to...
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Play 2 more games. But of course we have the time we can play. Play 30-minute matches every game. So we have the time to spare. And that's much better for like playing out the games and then everything. Because there's always something that can happen, right? I don't know exactly. I have to look at the lists, but I don't think he plays any crazy triggers that could still win the game or swing the game. No, it doesn't look like he plays any triggers. So even getting the life, I don't see too much of a out here.
You know what would have
Takes,
been
he just
nice?
takes it.
The Zeus that he's playing. One of the new OP11 cards.
Yeah, you're right. I think Zeus would be nice, but obviously Hawaii always already thought about it, so he
Has he buffed both Senju puddings? Is that what
yeah,
the
he buffed both Sanji
That's
puddings, so that's a
crazy.
buff. And here we see our first giant.
On a 10k swing, so he gives a Nani searcher as well.
I think I like the restand law is quite nice. Goes
10
another
again.
10. I would probably have the dot. Right? There's no world in which the counter. I'm sorry. No world in which you don't have the counter, right?
No, there's no way. He's got too many cards.
2K. Another 2K. He's just thinking which counters he wants to give. Because he needs to kill him next turn. I mean, it's better safe than sorry. It looks a bit like looks a bit BM, to be fair. Thinking this long about the counter, but I mean, it's better safe than sorry. He doesn't know that there might be any triggers, right?
Looks like
And
he
in the
did
end,
have the
he needs to
secret
live 1 more
Luffy.
turn. Yeah. So, okay. First game goes green purple's way. Yeah, it looked really nice from green yellow that 1 turn. But the Luna clapback and the just huge hand were just too much to get through. So maybe green yellow want to go first? Yeah, it looked like it, right?
Yeah, but we'll see, because I think it depends. I think generally green purple wants to go second, so maybe you just take that away from him. I think law's okay on either curve. You need total of 5 cost, don't you? So not sure. Maybe we have some law players in the chat who could tell us what's better.
Let's see. I got these nice little plus 1,000 things.
Yeah, I want to get some. They're really cool.
I never got some of those, but Chinois put 2 of them in the box I won.
Oh, nice.
Just like that. Yeah, it's cool. Now I have them. It's a nice gesture. I appreciate that. They're really nice to use. I mean, I probably won't use them in a tournament, just because if I have a leader that goes to 6k, I'm not gonna tell my opponent that I have a leader that goes to 6k, right? Like, that would be foolish. But for like casual play, it's probably really nice, yeah.
So Abbster keeps his hand. Looks like Curver's gonna. What's he doing? Okay, he's mulliganing.
He
I guess he
mulligans,
just
yeah.
wanted to see what was coming up next if he had kept it.
That's a nice thing to do, just because you can like um make your like you can think about what could happen and then think through your turns while shuffling, so you have something to do. You're just like, maybe I should have done that, and then you can always like at the end of the game you can always say, I should have kept my hand, right? And then you have like an excuse if you lose. So also it's good practice to do that, just to have an excuse basically. Putting the Nami on top, very important. Because now he knows where this Nami is. He's gonna play Nami first turn. Watch him.
You wouldn't know my sim name, but the person I'm commentating with is called Trey. He got top 8 in the case tournament with RP Luffy.
That's true. Yeah. Just like last week or the week before something. So
I can maybe bring up the list of players later, but everyone in Division 1 is a pretty solid player with at least like a serial or two to name.
I haven't topped in ages. Come on.
Ooh, so we start with the new card, the Kid and Killer. So we search top 5 for a Supernova.
Let me pop out the chat. The chat is pop outable, right? Like you can just.
Don't ask me, I'm a
What is that
boomer.
like? Yeah, I mean.
We
There we
take
go.
the
Okay,
Bonnie.
perfect. Now I can watch the shit.
And we pass. Interesting, we didn't have a search or anything for on turn 1 for Herbert, and now he swings 8. I think he has to do this here, because if he rests any Dawn, he saw Abbster pick up the Bonnie, right?
Yeah.
So if Abbster could play like the Bonnie 3-cost out, put Bonnie on life, play the Bonnie,
Okay, yeah.
freeze a Dawn, so then Hervo would only be 4 Dawn next turn and couldn't send you pudding.
Oh, and that would be really annoying for him, probably.
And we already know he has the 5-cost, it's just whether he has the 3-cost.
Yeah, that sounds like an actually really good plan. What is that on board right now?
It's Kid Killer from the new starter deck.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. That we think he attached all his Dawn to leader rather than play something, so a Dawn can't be frozen. So really, really smart from Railz.
Maybe he just didn't have anything. I was like, just saying. But
That's
no,
crazy.
if it's good. No, but if he predicted it, heads up. That was really, really well played. Yeah.
So for
And
Cavendish,
he plays the Cavendish though.
honestly, I like that just as much. Get the Cavendish
Yeah,
out.
Cavendish is great. Cavendish is amazing. He bounces the Searcher, gets the Cavendish on board, restands 2 Dawn, and then just plays the Searcher again, maybe?
I would
Just
think so,
not
yeah. Why
showing the
not?
rest of his hand. Yeah, just play the Searcher again. That's great.
That's what I mean. This is his 4th on turn, by the way. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. He has so much power in the early game, but he's already down to 2 life, and he's not a leader who's known for being able to live long. He's not giant. He has no 6k leader, right? So every swing is gonna connect, and he has to either throw away a card, or take the life, or block somehow. And yeah, he does have a few blockers, but at some point also they will die, and he doesn't have any board anymore. So gotta be careful here.
so 5 Dawn. Senji Pudding, surely? We haven't seen it searched, but...
I mean, he goes 5 leader, so yeah, surely he has it. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. He just passes with the Sanji Pudding. That's fair enough. If he has a Luffy, I think he just plays Luffy, Sanji Pudding next turn. And then his board looks mighty. Like, actually, really, really good. He doesn't use leaderability either. I like that, because he doesn't need to, right? He's still on 3 life. There's max, like 2 swings coming his way.
Yeah.
3 maybe if he wants to swing the blocker, but I don't think he wants to.
I think he's fine taking hits, like, he doesn't mind.
First 2 life always go into hand if there's no deck that plays pudding. And the 3rd life if bricked, you could take it. If not, if you look for a certain card, right, you can take it. Otherwise, we don't need.
So 6 Don, I wonder, is it 5 cost and leader ability, or is there some other line he's gonna take?
Was 6 done? Yeah, it looks like a 5 cost on lead ability. That's fair. Just bounces the searcher again. Puts. It's gonna be a bit rough now though, right? Because we really don't want to go to. Do we really want to go? Maybe we have 2 blockers down on board, so that's fine, I
3
guess.
blockers. The law's a blocker as well.
Oh, the law is a blocker, but I feel like you don't really want to use the right to block.
Oh, and we can freeze it on now to stop the Luffy Tower play again.
Wait, that's so good. I think Bonnie is really underrated. Did anyone ever play or try the 7 cost Bonnie in Green Yellow Law?
Don't think so.
I might have to talk to Rene about this because that might be a bit of overlook. No, I just in general, I think cards that freeze Dawn are really good. Just can deny so much pressure and build pressure themselves if they can cheat it out like this, right? But first we search again. Build up our hand. I like it. I like this about the deck, right? He has so much consistency. He has like 12 searchers or even more, and then goes through his life too. He has so much consistency in his deck. He basically always sees what he needs to see. And he just draws the heal basically. And then 7 life, another life taken. Oh, he's thinking about trigger, no trigger. So is this? This might be a gamma knife trigger. Just off the reaction here. And he freezes it on. Okay.
So 6 Don, and look at the board just staring down. This is pretty scary.
Ah, yeah. Are you talking with the 7 cost? Yeah, in chat. You're talking about the 7 cost. I think it's at the end of the turn, right? When it untaps the Don. The Bonnie.
I think so.
I don't know, to be honest. I haven't played this card once. But if it is at the end of the turn, it obviously makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense for Bonnie leader, but for other decks, it's obviously a bit. It's not great because you don't need that opened on at the end of the turn.
So we grabbed a 2k here with the search. 5 Don left after leader ability.
What could come down? Oh no, after lead ability. Okay, then it's after lead ability. So maybe we leave 1 Don open because there is a lot of pressure on board.
Yeah, you
Recent
have
law
to
and
now.
everything.
No way he goes. No way he goes with no active Don.
Yeah. So yeah, 0 ways for you. There is some ST cards being used. Abbster especially has them put like, what is it called? Like a little mark on it because he doesn't have the cards yet, I suppose.
Yeah, he's
And
proxying
so
the Kid Killer.
it's proxying them exactly. But yeah, both decks could be able to could use OP11 or ST cards, right?
Yep, legal this week.
I mean, it comes out tomorrow, but most of the people have it like from tomorrow on already. I would suppose.
Yeah, everyone except us.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Dude, I actually texted my distributor, right? I asked them, like, can you please send them out like a day early? Just send it out Thursday so I have them
Yeah.
Friday or maybe Saturday if possible. And they're just like, nope, we send it on Friday. I said, okay, cool, thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, everyone cracking cases like 2 weeks
My
ago.
God. Yeah, exactly. Like all the Italian people or Spanish people, whatnot, they just have like cases 2 weeks ago already. My God. Oh well. But I mean, back to the game.
Yeah, looks like nothing's happened, so he's thinking. I mean, it is a tricky spot, right? Because
it is. I think we are at the same point as last game. Not only that our life on both ends is way less now, right? It's way less. And as soon as Green Yellow Law swings with anything except Cavendish, it's just gonna get frozen. Like if he starts swinging with his whole board, and it's all getting frozen. He has 2 blockers, but he also needs to make like some space. There, for example, there would be a. You said Kid Killer, right?
yeah, that's the Kid Killer, so he pitches that. We're not going to see its other effect.
Probably really unnecessary in this deck, anyways. So I wouldn't see any reason to use it, right?
Well, you could play Room, which is a really cool event. 1 Don,
yeah,
3k.
And another thing, you could use Kid Killer if you have one less, like one Don rested. So in the mirror, you restand the Don with the effect, so the other Bonnie can't freeze your Don. Get me?
Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Already tagging for the mirror, it's crazy.
So we get a block on the 7k.
Yeah, what is gonna come down? 5 Don open. I would say it's probably a Zoro. I don't think he's gonna use all 5 Don for another Sanji pudding. I just don't see it. I think he wants to
He
rather
can't, there's
leave
no
some
way.
Don open.
Maybe just like a
Um,
Robin or something.
Let me see her voice list real quick because yeah, he plays Robin exactly. So for Robin, oh god, he plays for Robin. So he does have a 3 cost to play and then leave Don open. Yeah, I think that might actually be the play here.
Nah,
Um,
okay, sorry, I have to. This Bonnie starter deck chat in chat is terrible. I'll educate you after this game, in between, before game 3.
is that so? Is it so? I mean,
They're
we can talk
saying
about
it's the
decklists.
worst starter. That's such a crazy statement.
Cards are so useless in Bonnie, probably the worst starter. I mean, I kind of agree. I like the 10 cost, but not in Bonnie. I like it in Carrot. I tried it in Carrot, and in Carrot it's really fun. But I don't see it being played in any other deck, to be fair. Bro,
Um,
Shanks is not the worst. I'm telling you, Uta, Red Purple Uta, is playable with it. I've tried it. It's there's something. I tell you, there's something. I don't know what it is, but there's something.
so is the Robin
Oh yeah, okay. Back to the game. Sorry,
Abbster 8
got a bit
Don?
sidetracked.
We could see a lot of things here. We could see the 7 cost Lord, we could see the Hody, we could see the Kid, because he does have the Cavendish.
Hmm. I like the law. I think Seven Cost Law is the best play just because you are getting a bit more healthy, right? You're starting to get like you use the blocker, you're getting a bit low in hand. I think you wanna get a bit more life, maybe even not bounce it, just keep it in life, right?
Hmm.
Wouldn't it be really is this oh you could put like a really cool trigger in life. Isn't there like a really cool trigger you could put in life every time and then just get it back to hand if you don't need it?
I think
It's
you're
some
limited
supernova
to
trigger.
Supernova cards,
Hmm.
so that does
Which supernova cards have cool triggers? I think there might be
um,
some.
Radio Knife,
I don't know.
maybe? I think that's just KO 4 cost, but it's
Can you
something.
put a card or character? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. I haven't played this deck too much.
Okay. We are so uneducated on these decks. Crazy. I should have looked at it before. Oh,
We're
chat,
learning though.
excuse us, please.
It's getting a lot of hype, so it's cool to see it, piloted well.
Yeah, no,
Sees the
100%. I
potential
think
of the
this is
deck.
really educating. This is really educating, I'm pretty sure. Like, there's both players. Like, we see how close these games are, right? Like, it is that both players know their deck very well. We can just see it. And they respectfully won some tournaments on them, right? I think Havoya won like a regional
He got
on
top
okay, top
8
8.
last weekend
Yeah,
in Birmingham, and Abbster won the Chinoise Cup last night.
exactly. So both respectively really good on the decks. So we definitely learned something here. Okay, we get the okay. So we play the 7 cost. I thought already that this would happen because obviously I think it's the best choice. And now our board looks really menacing. But the only problem is what do we want to bounce back? So oh yeah, okay, it's pretty obvious, right? We bounce the Bonnie, we play the restand law, we restand the Cavendish, and we get like 4 Don back to do stuff with it. I think that's the idea, right?
Hmm. We get a 2k for a 6k swing. That's nice.
That's a 7k, right? The Cavendish is 6k body.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay,
Oh, he's gonna restand the Cavendish, get 2 more on
exactly, and
back.
get 2 more Don back.
Ah, I
That's what I
love it.
mean.
I
It's
love it.
really really nice, and he can do like the 7 live again, and then he can put the 4 Don and swing like a what, like a 10k at what's it called at Sanji Pudding and make a warrior either go back to 4 Don
Yeah.
by spanning a giant or lose a bunch of cards.
He could just block with the Robin though.
I think that is a Robin alt art, right? Oh no, in the trash. Yeah, I see it. Okay, there's in
Yeah.
the trash. There's one without. Grr, no alt art. Shame. Okay.
Yeah, a lot better than game 1 for Abbster here.
Yeah, it looks way stronger. And it looks really scary too, because Avoy is losing some cards here, and he just keeps swinging like 1 or 2 bodies at max, right? Plus leader. So there's no real value in Luna. And he does take the life for the second swing, the 8k swing. Now, do we swing 9 life? I think if we swing life, obviously, but do we need to swing 9? Because there's a Robin on board, right? We can just pop the Robin, draw a card, keep us safe, but we have no life, so it's a bit awkward. It's also heading a bunch of swings are heading our way. Next turn, the 9k swing, the restand law, the Cavendish if it doesn't die this turn, leader again. So there is a bunch of stuff that could happen here still, but we're only on 1 life. So if there's any way to rest both or 1 blocker, there might be a bit of a predicament we're in. Oh, Law is fun, yeah. Jay, what do you think? Law is more fun than green purple, or?
I would rather play Law.
Yeah, I think. I mean, from the power level itself, I would say green purple is better, right? Like just more Nah, I don't know honestly. I think Law is really up there right now. It's
Law's
like it
just
looks
cool,
really
man.
good. Yeah,
Just fucking
it's just a bunch of
shambles.
bouncing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. He has 4 different laws on board, by the way. Leader and like blocker, restand, and heal law. It's crazy. We're thinking long about this, but this is fair. I mean, it is a very crucial point. I think. Um, yeah, okay, we counter out of the 6. We don't swing a big swing. Oh, we do swing the blocker. Okay, this is a bit risky, I would say, but Law has a lot of cards in hand, right? Like he still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 6 or 7 cards in hand. So it does look like Law is pretty safe next turn, even if the
Yeah.
blocker gets rested.
1 blocker, 1 life.
Yeah. 1 Don open? I don't know what that is about, but we do have a Don open.
I mean, we're gonna look at the deck list. I don't think he is playing an event, but
He's not. He's
Herbert
not,
doesn't
but
know
maybe
that, so he can just be
exactly.
baiting
Avoid
it.
does know.
Yeah.
100%. I'm with you there. I like the play of baiting it. If he's not actually gonna play something out. I really enjoy the bait here. It's really cool. Yeah, it makes you look really safe, especially because you just swung the blocker, right? Wow, I like it.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah. Yeah. That's so smart with
He
the
doesn't
blocker
play
law.
room, but it's like what? It's like a huge event. He can restand the blocker. He gets plus 3k. It's super annoying just to think about it.
And
Really, really nice.
it's
I like that.
free with the Kid Killer effectively. So why not
Yeah,
put it in your deck?
I like baiting against really good players because they know this card, right? Like Havoya knows the card. He is thinking about it. He
Yeah.
knows that there might be a room, and so he has to basically play around it. If he doesn't, right? Like if he has the chance to go for game, or stay alive longer here, I think he will always choose to try to stay alive longer because he doesn't know that there's no room and he can't go for game, right? He can go for game, so it's a good mind tricks against top level players. I think it doesn't work as well against worse players, but like against good players, this is really good. I like it. Okay, let's see what Avoya does. He's thinking a lot, and I totally agree. Like you take your time here at this point, um, because obviously crucial point in the game. If you make a misstep, game could be over like just like that.
Looks like he's thinking what to search.
Yeah.
He's really you can tell with his finger, he's really just like he's thinking about the next
Locked
5
in.
turns, like
Yeah, the kids would say he's locked in for his next turn. He's like thinking about his next turn. He's like, do I need my Don? Do I can play double giant next turn? Do I die? It's like there's a lot of things you can think about for the next couple turns. That's a good question. I don't know what green yellow would cut. We have another caster who's a bit more proficient at green yellow. He could tell you probably what's exchangeable for room because there's a lot of cards that you actually want, like you need. There's a lot of cards that you need in the deck. 10 searches. Jack, what do you think? Is there any card that could be exchanged for room?
I mean, Abbster's playing 2 Restand Law, which I think he's really high on that card. But I
Yeah.
think most people play 1 or none, so potentially that spot. Potentially one less Hody. I don't know.
Holy, I don't know.
Talk to
Well, we have
Abbster
to
or Renee.
exactly. Like next time when Renee is casting, he might give him a bit more intel into this. So I haven't seen Renee's list yet, but I think he might like Room. Right? I can like, imagine he likes it. The card.
Okay, we take a 2k.
Okay, we just take a 2k.
But maybe
So
he's
either way
thinking of
is.
more of as a 3-cost blocker than as a...
Oh, was it a Sanji? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he definitely thinks of it more like a blocker, I'm pretty sure. Especially a blocker that can't really get rested. Is there anything that rests something in
Only
Green
Hody.
Yellow's list? Only Holy. Okay, so then it doesn't matter then. We do definitely need a blocker. Um, hmm. It's a rough situation for a warrior to be in here. But it's not unlosable. Unwinnable. Saying.
Even if you Luna, like he can just bounce the resound law back. It's really crazy here.
Yeah, I really enjoy this display from Abbster. How he
You
plays
only
right now.
got what, like 8 Don, is it? 8 Dom, but you
But I
need to
think
leave some
yeah.
active.
I think Luna would still be a good option, right? Because you still freeze 2 characters. So you still take 2 swings of green yellow, right?
Hmm.
It's definitely tricky, especially without knowing each player's hands. Like how long can Havoy live? How much counter does Abbster has himself, right? There's a lot of things that has to be. I think we want to block here, right? 7k, we want to block just because we need space on our board if we want to play something else.
Yeah, maybe you give him
What
the
do we think?
Bonnie. Or if you had the event, now would be a perfect time, right? Because it
I
gives
mean,
plus
if
3k.
he's baiting it, he's baiting it. That's crazy. He tapped the Don. He's like, did I tap the Don here? That's insane. That is insane.
Just
I
messing with him.
highly, no, I highly fuck with that. That's actually really cool. Just in his head. Okay, so I have to remember that when I play Abbster. Good job. He's definitely gonna mess with me, but I
It's the
enjoy
Luna.
playstyles like this. Okay, he does Luna. Still, I think it's a really good decision, and I think, honestly, I think Havoya now understood that there is no room because there would have been the perfect
Yeah,
opportunity, right?
for sure.
So he knows that there's no room anymore. So he knows he can start like
Dude,
swinging through next turn.
Room would have
Mhm.
made the Luna player
Yeah, yeah,
here less.
exactly,
Oh
exactly. That's what I'm
my
thinking. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
days.
yeah. Room is insane. So there's no reason not to play room, basically. Yeah. So Havoya basically knows that there's no. Wait, does he not swing with the leader? Why? Was he still scared of room?
Potentially, maybe just doesn't want to give him that card in case that card is
He just swings to the
Hody.
character, right?
You could, yeah, swing a 6k.
So there's never. He actually was scared of room. Never mind. I take it back. I think it was very obvious that he doesn't have room. But because he tapped it on like this, I don't know. I mean, I can understand her voice position here. It's rough. It's really, really rough.
Start with 10, so that's going to be 3 cards.
Oh, we just swing 10, 10, 10 or some shit. That's really, really annoying. And then still restand like a blocker or something. No, we don't swing 10. 10 is all possible. We could swing 2 10s at least. And the first giant is out of the hand. And 2 Don. If we do too much minus Don here, right, it's still really hard to kill green yellow next turn. Just because we don't have enough Don to go through.
Yeah, you could be starting your next turn with like 4 Don. An Abbster could still heal with Law. He could drop a kid. Like,
Yeah. Do we know the time, by the way?
yeah, so I'll bring it up now. You can do exclamation mark timer in chat if you want to check. They've got about 6 minutes left until overtime right now.
Okay. Like this? Oh, wow. Production value. It's crazy.
Hey, what can I say?
No, but yeah, okay. 6 minutes is enough. So around 6 minutes. 20 minutes left. Yeah, the game just started actually. Okay. Again, really crucial point. The game is not gonna go for long anymore. It's either Abbster kills him here, or Havoya has to go for game next turn, right? And if he doesn't get it next turn, it's probably over. So it is not gonna
Searching
last
is interesting.
too much long anymore. So we're not going for game, or are we just scared of the clapback?
Maybe it's a bounce target if he wants the leader effect anyway. I don't know.
Yeah, you can just bounce a character, right? You don't have to actually take your life.
Yeah,
can
you
just
have to
reveal it.
flip the life, I think.
Yeah.
But even if it's a 5-cost supernova, you can just leave it there.
Watch him flip his life into a room. He just put the wrong list or something.
He lied to us.
It's unlucky.
Gonna sneeze, so I'll mute my
Gonna him
microphone.
here. He's definitely gonna swing another 10. It's just too appealing to swing another 10, but that's 6 times not a lot. He's just doing math here and just like saying, okay, you can't kill me next turn. You'll have like what 6 done, and that's not enough to kill me. I mean, on the other hand, there's gonna be like 4 swings, and if there's a 7-cost Luffy, there might be 6 swings in total, and that's really hard. That's a lot. By the way, there's no way you actually named the emote that.
What, the Drake one? The Yuli one?
Is it actually that?
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's insane. Oh my. Actually, if he swings a 10 here, it's way better. Because oh my. No, he definitely needs a blocker though, because there's no Osuhachi gonna come. There's maybe Zoro, and then he has the Donjon stand, but then he isn't able to play Luffy. So 5-cost blocker would be perfect in this situation. So what are we thinking about? Do we try to go? No, we can't go for game anymore. This is over. But he just needs to see how he can live the best here, right?
Oh, he could. What if he like restands the secret law somehow and gets to swing 10 again?
You're wrong. No, reset law. I don't think. I think the law only restands 5 costs, right?
That would make sense. Yeah, that'd be too
Yeah.
cool otherwise.
I think it would be really strong. You just resend like a 10 cost something. Supernova. Is there a supernova that's 10 cost? Yeah, Kid. I mean, you just reset Kid basically, right? It's already really good.
Supernova or Heart Pirate that costs 5 or less. That's such a shame.
So I mean, it's pretty fair. So he swings a 6 here. Just pokes another one, and then what? Just plays bounces the Luffy Searcher. Yeah, he's a 2K. But he could play like he bounces the Searcher, yeah, and then plays out the 5-cost. Oh, it's a brick in life. Okay. So that's a good information though. Not gonna lie for Havoy here. Plays out a blocker. Do we bounce anything with the blocker? That's a question. Yeah, we definitely bounce the restand law, and then we play out the Searcher. Oh, we play another blocker. Ay. This looks.
Yeah,
this looks over. I'm not gonna lie, this looks over. I'm seeing how this will go. How this would.
Okay, in theory, let's say he plays Secret Luffy. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swings.
It's winnable then. I think then it's winnable because he can.
But you can block 2, take 1.
3 swings. He has to guard 3 swings. It's like basically he needs 3 2Ks and then he wins, right? And if he doesn't have 3 2Ks in hand, he loses because he can 2K all of the 6K swings, right?
We know he has a Luffy in hand. We know he picked up a 2K beige. Is the restand law a brick or a 1K?
It's a brick. So okay, no, wait. Havoy just goes for another turn. That's interesting. Maybe another Luna. Oh, another Luna would be insane, right?
He is playing
the recent law, yeah. The recent law, yeah, it's a 1K. You're right. My bad. So wait, if he plays Luna again here and has a block on. Oh no, he's Coops. Never mind. Okay. Okay, never mind. Good. All right, 1-1. We're going to game 3 instantly.
Okay.
Don't give a break to our lovely casters.
While our players are prepping for game 3, here is my Bonnie take with the starter deck. It was actually Kai who said it, but with the Kid and Killer, you can use the Resander Dawn effect to play around Hody, which right now, not that big a deal, I think. But in OP12, when there's the Hody event, which everyone is going to be playing, Green Purple Luffy's going to be playing it because it's searchable. Zoro's going to be playing it. It's like 4 Dawn, rest 2 characters or an event. I think in OP12, Kid Killer could definitely have a niche in Bonnie.
Okay.
So, Railz is going to pick turn order for the first time this series.
I like that Abbster changed to going second last game, right?
Yeah.
So he learned from his first game.
He's probably still figuring out the matchup as well, right? Like, it's early days. Second did seem a lot better, though.
Yeah, second looked better. And especially it looked worse for Havoya. That's basically the thing, right? It doesn't even look that much better for Abbster, but it looked way worse for Havoya. Maybe also because of the freeze, right?
Mm. I know, like most of my decks, I want second against GP. If I'm playing Vegapunk, if I'm playing Bonnie.
Yeah, I think you always try to go second GP, and with any deck I play at least. So yeah, no.
Mulligan for Herva.
Oh, I really want to play Bella Betty. Does Bella Betty go? Yeah, also let's go second.
Yep.
René is definitely going to play green yellow on the weekend, right?
Who knows with him?
So I play Bella Betty then.
Would be cool. I think we've had one Bella Betty in Division 2, and I think that's it. Right, Abbster keeps his hand.
Depends if my starter decks hit my mailbox or not. That's all that matters.
And after this game, guys, we have another best of 3 for you. Also from Division 1, so stick around.
Another high-end game. Another game to learn a lot. Oh, wait. No, Havoya took second now. Okay, yeah.
Makes
totally
sense.
fair.
And no Luffy or Bonnie.
Yeah, but he has an army for the first time. He plays an army, takes the Sanji Pudding. I love the altars in the deck, by the way. They all look so good. Like, they are looking like really clean altars.
Yeah, I think he spent a little bit of money on this deck, maybe.
Like every deck. I remember once he okay, we see another Kid Killer. But once that was in Mülheim on the regional, like last year, he dropped his alt art Moria deck, or Sakatsuki deck was it, I think. He dropped, and he had like tournament promo Kuzan and Borsalino and whatnot, and he dropped it, and it was like scattered all over the floor. Holy! Like I stood next, like a bit further back, like not quite next to him, but like one table away. I was like, oh my god, like this is like thousands of euros just laying on the ground. Oh yeah, but nothing got kicked or destroyed, so all good. Okay, we see from both sides just early searching. Really much more to that. We haven't seen actually Havoya's play or search the Gamma Knife, right?
No. Well, it's only searchable with the event.
Oh yeah, it's true. So, and it wasn't really necessary, I suppose, for the last games because there wasn't really a kit established. Except, I mean, the first game, but it wasn't necessary in that game. So that's interesting. But of course, the Luna, like we said, the win condition in this matchup, basically. It looked always really awkward for Law as soon as Luna was played. So I think keep an eye out for that again. Okay, we take the Bonnie. I'm still not entirely sure what the effect of Bonnie is. Can you remind me again?
It's take a life and then put a supernova on top, I think.
Okay, but nothing else. Just that.
No, and it's a blocker. It's kind of like Ivankov in Black Yellow.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, makes sense. And yeah, green purple just does green purple things, plays another searcher, takes another searcher pudding, just quick and clean, and then let's go. Your turn. Green yellow. Gotta think what he wants to do here.
I mean,
are we gonna do 5 cost?
he's gonna play the Bonnie and do leader effect for sure.
That makes sense. Yeah, probably swings a 7. Maybe play another searcher even. Oh, the supernova must be a 5 cost. That's good to know. Because you can't put like a okay, that makes sense. But yeah, but what is Law gonna do? He's gonna swing like what? Play like a Luffy searcher, swing 6 life, and then play like the Bonnie. Or like play the Bonnie and then swing 6 life and then bounce, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
That's fair. He does the Bonnie first. If he wants to swing this turn still, if it's not Cavendish and he restands it on, I don't like this. I would rather have like I've rather seen him attack first and then play stuff. But I mean, okay, sometimes you just need to think through your turn before you play something, or maybe he needs it on for something else.
Yeah, I imagine Rails would just take it no matter what here. A 5k sting.
Yeah, it's a Cavendish, so we still attack, right? We still put a Don on leader and then swing. So I think we swing first before we do this whole shenanigans thing. Now it's still a good time to swing. They're discussing something. You're not allowed to do this. Okay, no, actually he's allowed. This is illegal. He can't put it there. No, he just puts it on leader. I suppose he searches because it doesn't matter. He goes 6 or 7. It doesn't matter, right? You take the life anyways.
Yeah, I think 5, 6, 7. He always is taking here.
100%. Like so.
I do like the Cavendish though. Like, no point Bonnieing here because he'll still have 5 done next turn.
Yeah, Bonnie doesn't matter at all. I think he played Cavendish every game the last 3 games, right? He always played Cavendish first. And I mean, I totally see it because the card is just nuts. It's just so good. This card is so good. It's just basically a 3 cost. It gives you 2 done every turn.
Sorry, I'm a Bonnie player. You don't need to tell me.
Yes,
You're preaching to the choir.
You know, yeah.
So we replay that search.
Are we? No, I think. Yeah, no. We could play Badge or play another search or maybe another Kid Killer. How many Kid Killers you play? Like 4?
I think a playset, yeah.
Okay. What? Quick.
Grabs a 2k.
Okay.
You know, I wonder if also it would play the new Extract 2k instead of this Apu.
The new Extract 2k?
Yeah, it rests a 5 cost from the starter deck.
Okay. I don't know that card.
It's a 5/5, rest a 5 cost, and then at the end of your turn, restand it on.
That's pretty good.
But only the turn you play it, not restand every turn.
You could do it with lead ability, right? And then have like a Uzuhachi at home, basically.
Yeah, it's a 5 cost supernova.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay, but he just does standard things, I suppose. Got another search. Do we know what he searched? Did you pay attention?
On whose side now?
Yeah. The Bonnie.
The law?
Like the law played the Bonnie, and I want to know what the Bonnie searched.
I'm not sure.
No, it's not that important. It's fine. We'll see.
We're at 45 viewers. Please share with your friends. Hoping to hit 50 viewers today, which would be a new high for us.
Yeah, share with your friends, share with your family, share with your sister and brother, share with your grandma. She will appreciate this. Share with your dog and cats so they can open up like another tab on Twitch. Put it on the TV screen in the living room. Have everyone watch us. Great entertainment. 10 out of 10.
Another 2K. Everyone's just searching 2Ks. Damn, Moskin
That's some shade to Mosk.
just
Come on, dude.
roasted in the chat.
Okay, but this board already, not gonna lie, but this board already looks so much better for Havoya than the whole last game, right? We have 2 Zoros and a Sanji Pudding, and if we have another Sanji Pudding for next turn,
We know he
it looks more
does,
like,
because he
yeah,
searched too.
exactly. We know he does, and so it looks already more like first game than second game. And to be fair, Green Yellow's board doesn't look that great right now. Like last game, he had 2 5 costs already here on board, right?
Yep.
So this is a bit awkward. He's definitely, yeah, he's playing the 7 cost. It looks like he also always has them, so fair enough, I guess. Puts it on leader, bounces his effect, bounces searcher. So he's definitely gonna get a bit more tempo here. But like I said, green purple definitely in Germany we would say am Drücker.
What does that mean?
He's basically in control of the game.
Okay, good to know. I think you missed it yesterday, but we have a new command in chat now that you can redeem with channel points. And it's Sprechen Sie Deutsch, and it means Renee has to talk in German for 1 minute.
That's crazy. Wait, I could do that too. Just put it up. No, I would cast for 1 minute in German.
We also talked about doing a full German stream and a full Spanish stream, like Lidl.
That's crazy.
Because Lidl in the UK, we have like Spanish week, Italian week, where they have like special items for that week. So
Yeah.
yeah, the stream went a bit off the rails yesterday.
Okay, I can already see. Yeah. Okay, but he cleared the the Zoro from board. Havoya preserving his resources a bit, not countering out of the swing. Totally agree. Wouldn't do it either. He gets the 8 cost kit, and now, not gonna lie, the board stayed swung a bit. It looks way better now for green yellow again.
Yeah,
This is
suddenly
really volatile. Yeah.
they're both very like explosive decks, right?
100%. And he has a kid in hand now too, so we can't really swing life anymore. Just swinging at the Cavendish could already cost Abbster enough resources, so he can't really play the kid next turn if he doesn't let it go instantly. What I think he would do, right? He just, if there goes a 6k into it. Oh, okay, we see the Luffy the first time, and this is really big. This is huge, right? Because we are green yellow law, we're not Bonnie. We can't really rest another big character that can swing when the kid is on board. So every single swing will go through and needs to be counted. So a big 8k body with another 7k body is huge. Is really, really strong.
Like both these guys just had 7 Don each on their turn, and they played a 7 cost and then another 5 cost just for free.
That's
like,
insane. And then still, I'm telling you, and green purple still has 4 Don open, right? Like there's so much you can still do with it. It's insane.
I think, yeah, like you said, having 2 Senji Pudding is the big difference between game 2 and game 3. Because suddenly your leader ability is just restand 4 every turn.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to keep up with that, even for a deck like Law.
We have 4 Don open, right? So we can still basically go 10 with Sanji Pudding into the Cavendish and clear it. Or like at least get a blocker out of green yellow law.
He does give her a 1k. I think you need to conserve your blockers for the kid. I don't think you can give everything.
Yeah.
Wow,
he does definitely. He blocks though.
He ignores me.
He doesn't want to spend it 2k.
Yeah. I mean, he probably knows better than
me. I would hope so. You played like Bonnie. You would just like take, and in the end you're like, oh wait, I don't have leader.
Or Green Shanks, as Renee would say.
Green Shanks is
Green Enel.
Spaced.
All the same
based.
deck.
Yeah, it's like Green Enel, Green Shanks, like what, Green Boa. It's all the same. It's like Resident Sleeper decks. And there's a Twitchy mod that's called Resident Sleeper, right? Yeah, there we go.
Luna, just on one character. It's crazy. Like that's not even bad in this deck because you have so much Don to play with. Like
it's good. It's especially on Cavendish, right? It's really good.
True, because that's potentially like 4 Don if he restands it. So 4 Don and 2 6k swings. Deny that for 3, not bad.
Yeah, this is really nice, especially because again, it's the same situation as the first game. We can't play Kid and bounce in the same turn if we want to put it on. But if Cavendish stays and stands, we can do it, right? So
True, yeah.
it's basically the perfect play here to just freeze Cavendish and not be able to use him without putting Don somewhere on the board, like restanding or whatnot.
And he even
Um,
he got counter and a blocker up before the Luna, so he got
yeah,
so
exactly.
much value there.
Yeah, and he still has like what, a whole library in hand. If we talk in One Piece terms, I hope his hand doesn't burn down.
That's crazy.
I don't know. Just like 2% of the chat got this because no one's reading the manga. It's crazy. I talked to so many people, and no one is like actually invested in One Piece. It's like either I like the game because it plays well or stuff like this, but no one's really invested into the manga. Are you? Or did you just watch the show?
I read up until Punk Hazard, and then I started watching the anime from there. And I'm up to date now on the anime.
It's crazy. I like. Um, yeah, Rosa was that emote didn't go through. Unlucky. Yeah, exactly. So that's exactly how it's supposed to be. It's like like getting into the game, picking up the manga because of the game, because it's so hooking. Like the characters very intriguing, very nice. They have lore behind it and whatnot, right? And then you just like catching up because the story is so well written and it's really fire right now. Not gonna lie, the news chapters, mwah, chef's kiss.
I bought the first manga box set, which is like the first like 20 or so volumes, and then that same week I went and bought a OP1 booster box.
Yeah, I totally agree. That was just hype. In the beginning was a lot of hype. Okay, we start with a 9k swing again. Like a, oh no, okay, we.
We're
I thought
thinking.
something would be happening on the board, but nope. You can just
Okay, it is
okay. We
9k.
do start with a 9k swing. Okay, fair enough.
Do you think that's century pudding or is that life?
I think wherever it goes, it's a free giant, right? Because we have two puddings on board, it doesn't matter really. We just use both. Just use one giant. It doesn't really matter.
If it's life, I think he would just take actually.
Yeah, if it's live, we definitely just take 100%.
I think you go century pudding, so it gets less value if he does.
You need to get cards from the voyeurs somehow, right? I remember the first lists in green purple. They played like 8 cost kit.
That's crazy.
That is incredibly toxic. That's incredibly toxic. Like imagine he has like 12 cards in hand or something, and then he just drops an 8 cost kit, rests it, and plays like a chopper with it. GG. Or like a Robin, right? Robin even better.
True.
Just block it, draw another card, have giant open, like holy. And you can even restand. Oh, no, you can't because Lead Effect doesn't work with Kit. So okay, you can't restand. But
But I
people,
think we will see whoever trying the 6 cost Luffy, which is same thing as Kid basically. Make your leader 7k.
in green purple.
Yeah, from what I've heard, he's really high on it and wants to test it out.
It's interesting. That is really interesting, especially because with the lead effect, you can go to 8k leader, right? Or is
Uh,
it base power?
so yeah, the thing with the new Luffy is it sets base power to 7. So I
Yeah,
think they
that's
learned
what
their
I know. But
lesson.
this Luffy, right?
This is
The
plus
green
1k, I
purple.
think, so you probably could
Yeah,
go
it's
8.
just so he goes to 8, right? If he wants to. So that's crazy. Yeah, if he has Sanji pudding on board, it definitely works. But he funny thing, he let his Sanji pudding go. Interesting, really, really interesting. I thought he would want to out more of this. But apparently he doesn't really want to use his resources, so he just lets it go. Maybe he has another one in hand. Maybe another 7 cost into Sanji pudding. Okay, we
Get
do a
the
restand. We restand the Cavendish. Okay, so not really what we want to do, but I mean it's something, right? Is he gonna keep swinging at board? What do you think?
I think so, unless he plans on playing the Bonnie, but I don't really like the Bonnie here. $2K. Now we are in life. Oh, me trigger.
Hmm. I mean, this from life is always good, right? We can just always get a free card that we basically need to enhance our hand.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean,
it's not that we have enough cards already, right?
yeah, not like you
Um,
can't spare one Don.
yeah, no, but it's very interesting what he takes here. Okay, he takes another 2k. It's crazy. Just the Uzuhachis in this deck is so expensive. Like every Altar in this deck is so expensive, right? But he doesn't have the new 7 cost yet. The 8k, right? The Luffy that
No.
came out with legit this set, right? I think
Yeah, OP11 special, right?
it looks really nice. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I got 3
Of course,
shanks already from
oh,
my
I
bunny deck.
saw that. Holy, you're living my dream, brother. Like you're living my dream. I would love to have that, but I sold all the cards for Uta, unfortunately.
Oh, we do see the bunny.
We freeze the Zoro, right? Or do we freeze with Dawn?
Yeah, it freezes Zora.
I would say so. Yeah, okay, makes more sense because we have so much Dawn to use anyways.
Unless it's like a key turn where you're like, they're going to 5 or 7 and you want to stop the Senju Pudding or the Luffy Taro, I think, yeah, you just freeze the character. So we got about 10 minutes left until overtime.
Okay, yeah, I think we're not gonna get an overtime, but they're both taking their sweet time with their turns.
I like it though, because me personally, like my problem with Sim is my brain just goes like autopilot and it's just like
100%.
clicky clack on buttons. I like that they're taking the time to
I mean,
really
we
think
have the
through
time.
these turns. Yeah,
Yeah,
make
yeah,
use of the time, you know.
exactly. No one is gonna like tell you to stop playing. Like it's we're here for good practice. We're here to learn the decks properly, right? Use our knowledge in the regionals coming up and whatnot. So use the time, get practice on the decks. It's the perfect place for it. So just use it. Like no one is gonna be angry about it, about you playing your time. And we have more stuff to watch. So like I don't hate it. It's
So he does play another Senju Pudding.
especially yeah another Sanji
Makes
pudding.
sense now why he let it go.
Yeah, of course. So he could have either thrown away 2 cards or just let it go and play 1 card, right? So and that actually recycles itself as well. And just resource-wise, this makes so much more sense if you think about it. I think a lot of people need to learn the concept of like how valuable their cards are. For
Mhm.
example, the Zorojuro, you swing once and you play it, it recycles itself, and then you swing once and you get 1 2k.
Yep.
Then if your opponent swings with an 8k swing though, you need to drop 2 cards for it, and you only got 1 card from it basically. So if you're not sure that you get another card from your opponent next turn, and it then you shouldn't like counter out, right? You see the math. Like a lot of people need to value the cards more. Like how many
Sure.
cards do I get for it? How many cards do I spend on it? Right? That's why green purple Luffy is so incredibly good right now because every card basically recycles itself, gets value from each swing because they're not 5k swings, they're always more than 5k, right? And it's harder to swing into them, so you don't need to spend as many cards.
The kind of beginner example I always liked is when your leader gets swung at with Banish for say 7 or 8k, and then you're like, oh, Banish, so you give them 2 cards, whereas if you just take it, you're only losing 1 card, so...
That's true. I totally agree with this, and especially in five life leader, this 1 card might be less important than the 2 cards you have in hand.
Mhm.
Yeah. On the other hand, a life sometimes is more important than just a card in hand. So you have to see, um, and you have to like what I always say. You have to know your win conditions in your matchups. That's a very important lesson to learn from the start of the game. Think about your win conditions and how you're gonna like win this game in which way and what cards you need for it, right?
So what I do like on Abbster's side is we saw Luna last turn to freeze the Cavendish.
Mhm.
So maybe he can get this law back and just have 9k swings now every turn going forward.
Gets this lob back. What do you mean exactly?
The 7 cost. Because he's... Oh, there's another one.
You were saying? No, but yeah, he freezes the largest thing. It's like, again, Luna's one card. If the law swings, he has to use at least 2 cards, right? So
Yeah.
it makes sense. And he's not gonna swing his board either. Yeah, because there is no rested low cost characters, low power characters to swing into, and you don't really want to give green yellow law the life at this point.
I think you know he has the kid again, I
Yeah, you
believe.
know
Yeah.
exactly. He searched it earlier.
Especially if you don't have an answer in hand already. Like, maybe he doesn't have the Gamma Knife.
Yeah, I think just playing the kid for the pressure on board is fair. And also a character that can't be frozen by Luna, like we said earlier.
Yeah, and it keeps the rest of your board safe, so I like it.
It's never a bad option. You're right. Yeah, it's never a bad option. Okay, he starts with a small 6k. So if he starts resting his whole board here, especially the small swings, we need to get some value out of it. Otherwise, Luna is gonna be so impactful.
There's no way he has another one though, right? We just saw one. We saw one
So
on each of the
2?
previous 2 turns. So
Yeah. I mean, if he uses Giant, there's a good chance that he just cycles into one, right?
suppose, yeah.
And on the other hand, he saw like most of his deck already. He used like 4 Searcher or something. He knows if there's any Lunas. He knows if he needs to use Giant to cycle into more. I think that's a very good thing about the deck too, because it's so efficient in knowing what is on top and what is under the deck. You can like plan out your turns very well. Okay, we give it 2k. Just for the pokes. Means either we don't have 1ks or I mean the deck is riddled with 2ks, so that's fair. There's just so many playable 2ks in this deck. Just take the last 6k swing, basically. He could go for game, and I feel like he's trying to bait Abbster into going for game here. But okay, he's not. And yeah, that's totally fair. He goes for the 8-cost kid, rests it, and plays a blocker, maybe, or searcher. But he has to like. Oh no, he can bounce one of his characters, so that's totally. He doesn't go minus cards. Ooh, and he gets a
Oh
blocker for life. Did he put it there?
no, I think he knew earlier. He flipped it
Okay,
earlier, chose to leave it there, so he knew.
that's really good for him. That's
Um,
really, really good for him.
unless he put it there with the law, I can't quite remember. But
I can't remember either. But that is insane for him. It's like, but I mean, on the other hand, Luffy has like what 4 swings now, 5 with leader, and they're all good. Like there's all swings that could be technically rather big, and the looming threat of Luna is still in the back.
I want to bring up the deck list. Do they not play Resonant
Oh,
anymore?
we see the here the
The one of Gamma
gamma knife.
Knife.
Holy, it's just for this moment. I
Yep.
talked about it earlier. Now we see the full power of Gamma Knife. It's a 3k body now. We just swing 6.
Yeah,
And
that
this is
kid is
so awkward.
gone.
I don't know how you defend this because you don't really want to because it's worse than your leader, right?
Yep.
But on the other hand, 6 is the lowest swing, and now there's only going to be bigger swings, and this is awkward. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! The kid instantly. Yeah, this is. I feel like this was the tipping point of the game, and now Havoy is just going to steamroll. Feels like.
Kid is
Like
like
Abbster
that
doesn't.
though. Like you either have an out or you lose. I feel like.
Yeah, it feels like it. Yeah, it's like Abbster has 8 cards, 6 cards now. Sorry, and there's a bunch of cards going away now by these swings, especially if he has a 6-cost Luffy to restand.
I feel like if you're
This is
Abbster
tough.
here, you just need to survive and then try and win next turn somehow. But I just don't think that's gonna happen. I think Rails is gonna, he's gonna think ahead and be meticulous enough to where
Yeah, I
he's not
agree.
gonna die to whatever Abbster could swing with next turn.
He left 3 done open last turn, I think, just because of the threat of Hody, right? So if Hody rests too. So what if we see the Luffy here? It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 done. He leaves 2 open. He uses lead effect. He gets back 4 done. He has 6 done. And then he can still swing 7-7 with the Luffy and 7s with all the rest and whatnot. And then still have 4 done open in the end. So Hody can't touch him. That's rough. That's really, really rough. Very interested in seeing how he plays this. Okay.
2 and a 1.
He counters out of the first swing. What did he throw away?
A 2k and the Kid Killer 1k.
Ah, okay.
We are coming up on overtime. We've got about 2-3 minutes left, so maybe we'll just go for it.
What's gonna happen? What's he gonna swing? I mean, obviously he's gonna swing live. There's no sense not to, right?
Yeah, for
But
sure.
how is he gonna live the clapback or try to survive the clapback? That's the most interesting, the more interesting part about this now.
Yeah, because you could play blockers, but obviously you're aware of Hody already with leaving all that done up, so...
What if he just has another Luna? I feel like then he just wins on the spot.
Yeah, another
If he has
Luna would be
another Luna,
insane.
he plays like a what? Plays like a Luna and a Robin or something. Where he stands his Don, swings like twice like 9k or whatnot, and then has like 4 Don open, a Robin on board. And then it feels like it's GG because of all the giants he can have and whatnot. Like, yeah. If I'm correct, he didn't use a giant yet, right?
No, I don't think so.
Avoided. No, right? Yeah.
And he's definitely searched one.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't remember.
so he's probably got like 2 or 3 then to this point.
Crazy. This feels like unkillable. But to be fair, it's the closest game yet, and it feels like it could go either way right now. It just needs like the proper cards, right? If there's no giants or no like just now what am I saying? I feel like green yellow law is cooked.
Okay, we got search event.
I'm trying to think about anything that could like win the game for green yellow law, but I don't see anything.
It's been tight, but I think the Luna back-to-back turns, followed by the Gamma Knife on the Kid. Like, he just had every answer, and...
Yeah, Hody Jones is probably the card, but even then, I feel like Havoya just thinks about it and he's like, yeah, no, I can't counter if I just leave that much done open. It just doesn't matter. Now they're getting a bit in the time predicament, it feels like.
Yeah, we are like seconds left until
So he
overtime.
needs to swing. I mean, yeah, but the game is gonna be done in like either next or the turn after, right?
Yeah, we're definitely in the end game now.
So he swings 8. What are we gonna do? Just blocking? What do we count?
Oh, he lets it go. So he has clearly not much counter in hand.
Feels like it. And what is gonna come down here? He has a card ready. He's
It's
just
the
gonna play the
secret
Luffy.
Luffy.
Okay, yeah. And he's gonna restand all the Don. Swing maybe 7 and then
Is
what?
this
Do
like
like
3 sevens?
No, it's more. It's way more. If he goes for game, if he actually goes for game here, it's a 7 and then a 9-9. And it's probably just
Ah,
game,
yeah.
right?
7,
He
9,
would
9.
have to have 3 2Ks. And yeah, Abbster baiting. It feels like he's baiting. It feels like I don't trust him to have this counter. Okay, throw away 3 cards in the middle.
3
Therefore, it's just
1Ks.
yeah, it's just over 9-9 and then it's over. There's no trigger in his deck. We know that.
Takes it.
And we're gonna have a 7
And it
and 9.
only
Okay,
gets it
GG.
8.
And oh, it's crazy. He has two more counts. The last life was a 2K actually. that was a really close one in the end now.
For sure. That was like a really good series. Whoever takes it,
Oh,
2-1 in the end. And that was a cool matchup. I feel like that's something we could be seeing a lot more in OP11 now.
yeah, in the upcoming games, we'll definitely see more green yellow, especially it is on the rise right now.
Hmm.
And green purple, I feel like it's definitely not that. Like this deck is a top contender still. Even with blue purple and all the starters. Starters make it a bit harder, because of all the 7k leaders, and Bello Betty's rise also makes it harder. But it's still very playable deck, very, very playable aggro deck.
For sure. So now we're gonna take a quick look at the league table, how things are looking after that game. We can see Rails first place. There's still some week 3 games to play, but everybody else now has got at least one loss. So
Except me. If you look at the table closely, I actually didn't lose a single game yet.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rails only person with 9 points now after 3 games.
Only.
But in each of his series, he did drop a game. All 3 were 2-1, so he's not invincible. So
Yeah, and we saw how close it was just now, right? So
yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if someone can take him down. He's played Green Purple all 2 weeks in a row now, so maybe we get a counter pick next week, and
Bello Betty.
yeah, it could be.
Bello Betty beats the deck, the hell out of the deck.
Yeah, Betty seems
So
crazy. Beats this and beats the other Luffy.
yeah, it's just the Luffy killer. It feels like.
Right, guys.
So yeah,
We'll take a short break now. Go to the bathroom, grab a drink. You can do the same. And then we will be back with another best of 3. It's Moss and Ben C. So, battle of the bottom of the table. And it will be Enel against Red Green Smoker. With some more OP11 cards included in the lists, I think. So, yeah. Hang about. We'll see you in 5 minutes.